Hi, Envy here and welcome to EnvyCo Gaming. Before I start, I would like to give a shout out to Marc, aka Gandalf, who created my new channel banner. It looks fantastic and it's very much appreciated. In this video I'm going to continue with the gameplay of Shroud of the Avatar that was shown in my last video. I shall be exploring the map of the Hidden Vale, checking out the town of Owl's Head and heading to the North Valeway. I shall also be demonstrating basic gathering and levelling. It is worth remembering that the game is still in a state of alpha, which means things are likely to change and improve. You will see that we start in the small village of Braemar, which is where we left off last time. For the purposes of this video, we will now look to leave the area, but you may wish to stay around and do a little exploring. You can exit the area by following the main road either north or south, as there are two exits. If you do get a little lost, which could be if you've been exploring, you can always open the map and find your way back to the road. You do this by clicking on the icon, as shown before. You'll see the little red arrow move on the map as we move in the game, and you'll see up ahead there is the exit of the scene, which is where we're going to go. Once you have exited the village of Braemar, you'll find yourself on the overhead map of the Hidden Vale. The Hidden Vale is actually an island. We will visit the mainland in future videos, but for the purposes of this, we are going to head north towards the town of Owl's Head. The main purpose of the overhead map is to actually travel from one village or town to another. Along the way, you'll see various areas which you can enter. For example, this area here, King's Road, we can enter simply by clicking the button. If we continue north, we will see in the distance the town of Owl's Head by the mountains. On the map itself, you may also see other players on their travels. You may also get dragged into random encounters and be forced to fight maybe a pack of wolves or a group of skeletons. Now we are crossing the bridge, we have finally found our way to Owl's Head. Once the scene is loaded, you'll find yourself in the entrance of Owl's Head. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go through some of the main locations within the town. Just to the left is the Lunar Rift. If you head towards this and hover your mouse over it, you'll see it toggles between various scenes. These scenes tend to be new ones which are put in each release. If we now head back down to the road, we will head north into the town itself. Either side you'll see various player housing. We'll go into player housing in future videos. As we go through the town, you'll see various NPCs, all of which you can interact with. As we've crossed the bridge, you'll come across this rather important building. Within it is the banker. Here you can access your bank and any items you've placed within. If we follow the road round, we'll find the skill trainer. I'm not going to click on him just yet because there'll be a more appropriate video in terms of setting out skills in the future. Within this building though, you'll find various crafters which sell recipes. You can do this by double clicking on them and you can see the whole list of recipes which are available in order for you to craft items. A little bit further on you'll come across this farmer. This farmer is actually worth talking to because he actually has a quest, and his quest is to turn into him animal hide, and I believe for every animal hide you get, he'll give you 15 gold pieces, which is a lot more than you can actually get through selling it through a normal NPC. You can see up these steps is actually the crafting pavilion. Here you can interact with crafting stations and craft various items. Following the road around, you'll come across Fire Lotus's Tavern, which you have probably seen in many Shroud of the Avatar videos. If you run up this small incline, you'll head into a more secure area of the city. Here you'll see much larger player housing, as they are much better protected. You'll also come across a marketplace. And along the side of the marketplace, you'll find the blacksmith. This is a very useful NPC to talk to, because you can get all manner of equipment from him, including plate armour, leather armour, arrows and repair kits. If we move along to this building, it's actually another bank, which is always useful. And if you go upstairs, you'll find a guild registrar, should you wish to register a new guild. I believe it costs 20,000 gold. And you can see various traders who sell decorations mainly for housing. Another important building is actually this one. This is relatively important and useful because on the second floor you'll find another NPC who equally has another useful quest. If you actually go out and kill skeletons, on a few you'll be able to collect ectoplasm. This guard officer will actually give you 50 gold pieces for each one you collect. So it's actually quite a good way to make some money fairly quickly. There are various other places to explore in Owl's Head, including a PvP arena and a dungeon type area called the Clink. But for now, we'll head towards the start again, and we'll head towards the North Valeway. To get to the start, you can either run there, or you can do what I'm about to do, and that's use the stuck function. And you do that by typing /stuck. And if by magic, you'll appear at the start of the scene. You exit the scene by turning around and just walking out. Once you have exited Owl's Head, you'll find yourself back on the overhead map of the Hidden Vale again. All you need to do is cross the bridge and you'll come across North Valeway. So just click enter. The North Valeway is a really useful area for new players. It tends to be full of resources that can be gathered, as well as low level animals and monsters that can be killed for XP. The best way to progress around this area is just to draw your weapon by pressing Z and just make your way around, gathering wherever you can and trying to kill whatever you find. When you gather, you'll find that you have a success chance. Normally at the start of the game it may only be 25%, but the more you gather and the more successful you are, the more points you will gain that can be spent at the skill trainer to increase that probability. You You can see I've just killed this small wolf spider. If I hover the mouse over it, I can conduct field dressing by double clicking. And you'll see in the chat bar that I've actually failed, and that I have a 25% chance of being successful. You can either continue to try and gather resources off that, or just move on to the next. Always keep an eye on your health bar in the top left hand corner, because if it gets low you may need to drink a potion, which can currently be found by pressing 7 or clicking the red potion, which is health. You'll see as I kill various animals, this bottom XP bar, the ADV level, will start to increase. And you'll see by skinning the animal, I can obtain an animal hide that can then be taken back to the NPC in Owl's Head. It is probably best to spend enough time in this area to get to at least level 10 in terms of combat. At level 10 we can then visit the skill trainer and spend quite a few points on new abilities. It is at that stage where you can pick me up in the next video. But for now, as you can see, I've just died, and it is a convenient location to pause this video. I'll see you next time.